Hello, hello. It's Abby Banks from Homeschool with Moxie, and I thought I would do a workshop to kind of help us at this time of year with planning once this summer for your whole homeschool year. Here's what I see from a lot of moms I talk to or interact with online. Some of them are very stressed because every weekend you feel like you have to plan and get that teacher planning book out and fix stuff and arrange stuff and schedule stuff for your upcoming homeschool week. So some moms are spending tons of time every Friday or Saturday or Sunday night getting ready for the coming homeschool week. And that's not necessary. If that is you and it's driving you crazy, that's who I'm speaking to today. Some of you are drowning in teacher planning pages. And you know how it is. If you plan and you write out all these plans and then something happens and messes up your week, you've got to all of a sudden erase everything and reschedule and replan. It can be a real headache. So I want you to, if this is you, if this is driving you crazy, if you've tried the teacher planning books and it's just very stressful for you and you want a simple plan, do it once, rinse and repeat the whole year. That's what I want to share with you today. So I want you to learn to plan once this summer or this spring, like right now, for your whole school year next year. And it will take you maybe 5 minutes to rinse and repeat every Friday afternoon. And then you can enjoy your weekend. And then you can enjoy your whole summer, not having to think of scheduling out your whole school year. Okay? So if that sounds good to you, that's what I'm talking about today. And I have a bunch of free resources that will help you as well. So who am I? I am Abby Banks, and I have 5 kids. We've graduated 2 now. We still have 3 left. And so I know what it's like to be juggling like all different ages and stages and grade levels, 5 kids at once. And so this will work for you. If you have 1 child, this will work for you. So I want you to know you don't have to spend every weekend planning for the homeschool week. And you don't have to spend all summer, figuring out your homeschool year and making these big elaborate plans that might not happen anyway. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. What am I talking about? How in the world can you plan once this summer for your entire homeschool year? Here's what I would suggest. Number one, you start with an overview. And most of us have this in our heads for quite a few months, right? So like January, February, we're seeing curriculum online. We're seeing people talk about resources in homeschool groups, and we're starting to, in our minds, gather together. Okay, yeah, I like this. I'm thinking of this for the coming year. So what I would do is grab something to make an overview. Mine's like all messy and gross and color, like not neat or anything, right? But I would say I only have 3 this coming year. That's why I only have 3, but you might have 5 or 6 kids you have to plan for. But go ahead and get an overview, all their subjects and all the kids across the top, and then go ahead and plan out the year. And once you have that big overview, see if you can group different kids together, right? So you can teach multiple ages together. You can teach your K through 8 kids all the same history and science and Bible and poetry and read alouds. Like you can do a lot together. And this is going to simplify your homeschool year as well. So do that on your paper sheet, because if you can visually say, okay, we're doing all the same thing here, you can start to see how your homeschool year will go. So once you create an overview plan for all your kids, then see who you can group together. Now you're starting to see, okay, I need math for my kids. What are we going to do? Am I going to get a specific math curriculum for each one? Okay, I kind of need to find some grammar stuff for this kid, and this kid needs to, have phonics or spelling. Now you can start to figure out what curriculum you need and start writing it out, plugging it in, looking for sales. This is the time of year to go ahead and grab great deals on homeschool curriculum. Of course, purchase your curriculum. Go ahead and get this all done right now. You don't want it hanging over your head all summer. Now, this is the first step. It's this paper plan. It's very much like an overview. You don't know what math, lesson your kids are going to do on day 93. It doesn't matter. That's not what you're worried about. You just want an overall plan. Now, Best tip is find curriculum that's made for homeschoolers because it will likely be able to be open and go. You won't need to spend time planning each day. It'll just be like, okay, where did we leave off yesterday? Let's pick up there and keep going. That is the best kind of curriculum for a non-stressful homeschool day. All right, once you do that, you have your overall plan. Your curriculum starts to come in. Now, here comes where you can spend 1 hour, get your whole year planned, and be done with it. And I love this because then you can spend your whole summer and not think about it. And you know it's waiting for you when you're ready to start your homeschool year. So here are my best tips. Here's what I would say. You do this once and then rinse and repeat at the end of every week. Now, I do different things for different ages. So these are just my suggestions, but I think if you don't have a plan that works for you, try one of these ideas. So for elementary aged kids, I love work boxes. You probably have seen them and heard about them. And we love those 12 by 12 plastic drawer sets you can get at Walmart. I think they're the Sterilite brand. And they're huge, so they're 12 by 12. They're going to fit most workbooks and all the resources and manipulatives and everything you need. And you go ahead and set up those drawers once. You put in the math book and the ruler and everything they need for math in the top drawer, whatever. Then the next drawer, you put in everything they need for spelling. And then the next drawer, you put in everything that they need for whatever subject is next. And you fill those drawers with what you want your child to do every homeschool day. And this is so great for our young kids who are visual because they just work through the drawers and they can do any order they want. And they know that once they're done going through those drawers, their school day is complete. If you set this up right now, you're done. Set it up. As soon as your books come in, you're done. You're ready to start day one. And here's my thing. You don't need to write in a teacher planning book, okay, Susie, who's in second grade, needs to do math page 100 on day 100 of school. Who cares? You don't need that kind of detailed information. I used to be a classroom teacher. I know that classroom teachers have to be planning stuff out in their planning book because when my principal came in the room, he had expected to see my lesson plan for the day, all the state standards I was covering, everything I was going to do. He wanted to see that and he expected that. You don't need to do that as a homeschool mom. So that's what I'm saying. Just put the resource in there and your child knows every day, okay, math, what do I do? It doesn't matter what page I'm on. I'm just going to do the very next lesson on the very next school day. Because here's the thing, we don't have to arbitrarily do lessons because it's day 100, we're on math lesson 100. We know our kids might need to slow down a little bit or speed up. And so we can be flexible. And that's why you don't need a teacher planning book because you don't know how your child's going to do. So throw that teacher planning book away, grab some work boxes for your younger kids, stick those resources in there, have, maybe a master list that you want to laminate and stick on the outside and you can visually see what they're getting accomplished each day. So that is a simple plan for your younger kids. Go ahead and if you do a morning basket, put all that stuff in there right now. As soon as you think of it, as soon as you purchase it, get it ready and set it aside. It's done. You've planned it for the fall, right? It's ready to go. Read aloud, same thing. Go ahead and grab those, get those ready, and once and done. You don't have to think about it again. Now, my magic tool for my teens and preteens, ever since we learned about Trello, it has been amazing because instead of worrying about paper checklists or the same thing again, a teacher planning book with, which lesson my child needs to do on each day, and how to communicate that with my teen and for them to keep track, Trello is so simple and it's so amazing to use to keep track of all of the daily homeschool tasks for teens, especially those in high school, where they're probably, needing to do a certain amount of time on certain key subject areas. And the awesome thing about Trello is it's absolutely free. You don't need to spend money on it. I have a whole Trello playlist on my YouTube channel, which you can see at 41more.com/YouTube. And I also have free Trello cheat sheet packet, which you can grab at 41more.com/Trello. So if you've never heard of Trello, here's why I love it. And here's why you can use it to plan once. So remember I said you start with this plan, right? Now I'm going to take this plan and put it onto Trello. What Trello is, without being able to show you a video of it right here, I hope you'll check out the YouTube playlist later. I love to think of Trello as like a desktop full of sticky notes. I love sticky notes. I don't know if you're like that as well, but I love sticky notes. So imagine putting one task every day, like one task per sticky note. Okay. So your teen might have, I don't know, 6, 5, 7 sticky notes. So you're going to put math on here, and then you kind of put that on the desktop, and then you're going to put their science, and you're going to put their English, and you're going to put their math or whatever I skipped. And they're going to go ahead and put those on sticky notes and lay them out on the desk. Now, we know that life happens, right? The beauty of Trello is you're not erasing stuff, you're not having to reorganize, you're not having to spend every weekend figuring out, oh my goodness, which math assignment are they doing this week? Which science? What do I want them to do? It's just do the next thing. And so what you're going to do is create on digital platform, basically think of it as a bulletin board or a desktop is your Trello board. And on the Trello board, the sticky notes are called cards, and you're writing down one thing per card, and you're just sticking it on there like a big long column. Monday has 5 sticky notes. Tuesday might have a bunch of sticky notes, and Wednesday and Thursday, and you put their whole week out there. This is called the master board. You're setting up for your 11th grader. I want you to do chemistry every day, and then I want you to do US history every day. You're setting it up, and then maybe you have some things you want them to do couple days a week. Well, you're just still putting that on there, and then your teen gets to arrange it every week. So you're going to set up for 5 kids. This has taken me less than an hour in previous years. I set up every child. I set up, my 7th grader, I set up a board. My 9th grader, whatever grade we have this year, I set up a board. My 12th grader, and I set up what their plan is for the coming year. And this is it. That's all I do. And then I put homeschool away for the summer, and I enjoy my summer. Now, how it works is, soon as we start school up in the fall, my Trello boards are there. I've already thought through all the curriculum, what they need to do every day. I've already put it on my Trello board. All my teens do is get on their Trello board every week. They look at what's there. If they, they have a day that they're working, or they have a day where they have appointments, or, something happens and they can't quite finish their assignments. Trello is awesome because you just drag and drop. You can rearrange your week. It's so flexible. And so they know every day, okay, I'm going to get on my Trello board. What do I need to do? I check it off. You can be very specific if you want to. You can go in and say, do math page 100 to 105, or you can just say, do the next thing. You can be as nitty gritty and specific or as general as you want. I'm very general because I don't want to spend all weekend planning for the next school week. And so that's all it is. Your kids get on, they check it off. You get on, you can see how they're doing, because if they didn't check anything off, you probably need to check in with them and make sure they're getting stuff done. I love Trello because you can put chores on there. If you want them to take out the trash or do the dishwasher or make sure their laundry is done, stick that on a specific day during the week on their Trello board, and that will work as well. Instrument practice is also a great thing to put on the Trello board. And then every Friday, I go in there and I archive that board, and I go ahead and refresh a new copy for the week, and I'm done. It takes me less than 5 minutes at the end of every week to prep for the coming week. So this is how you can use Trello or work boxes to plan once this summer and not plan any more on the weekends, right? The other thing that's cool about Trello is you can attach digital files. You can do all of that. So if your teens have online resources or digital files that you need them to access, you can put them on the Trello board. Really cuts down on the paper clutter, and also it helps with communication with your teenagers. So this is what I think. If you're feeling crazy and stressed out with a teacher planning book, if you're spending way too much time every weekend prepping for the next homeschool week, then I think you will love this minimalist planning idea. So go ahead and do this once, spend an hour this summer, maybe get everything ready, put it on Trello, get the work boxes set up, and you're good to go. You can enjoy your summer and not have to be thinking about homeschool planning all summer. Now, I do have some things for you that will help. If you want a packet of planning pages, you can get them right on my blog at 4onemore.com. Right on the front page there, you'll see the planning pages, and go ahead and grab them for free. Also, if you want specific help in planning and you want a little more like hand holding and structure and do this and do, like a little more help with this, and plus not only planning, but every other topic that you might be wondering about during the homeschool year, like what should I be doing right now to keep my homeschooling on track, then you will love the Homeschool Mom Collective. You can save 40% by using the coupon code PLAN40, and you can find that at 41more.com/membership. I'll put links to all these things down below. Don't forget about the Trello cheat sheet, because if you have been eyeing Trello, I'm telling you, it will change your homeschool planning. And so I want you to get started with that for free, and I will put a link to my Trello packet as well. So what do you think? Do you guys plan once for the homeschool year right now and then put it away and do some rinse and repeat? If you're stressed out about the constant planning that's required when you have a homeschool planning teacher lesson plan book, like I've never used that and I used to be a teacher. I'm saying ditch it. If it's driving you crazy, ditch it and see if this minimalist planning style works better for you. I think you might be surprised. You don't have to drive yourself crazy planning for each homeschool week. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll stick links in there as well. Have a great day.